Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kimberly Prosperity out of Savannah, Georgia. It's a Friday night, and I just wanted to jump on right quick to talk about. I titled this "Consumer Protection Scammers." I just got right to the point. Y'all know what to do is you come in like, drop your district, say your circuit, please, regardless of whether you're a live or replay viewer. And I don't plan to be on here long. Um, because I'm really not in the mood to talk for too long about this. I think I'm gonna pretty much say what I have to say and jump off. But I title protection scams and reason, and a large part of the reason is the fact that I've been scammed in the arena of consumer protection. I know how it feels. I've spoken to a lot of people who feel like they have been scammed. Um, for various reasons. Those people never really speak publicly. They're not willing to do interviews or anything like that because usually they are embarrassed. And I totally get it. I totally embarrassing when someone takes your money and what's on RC the amazing. I like appreciate the knowing you share sincerely. And you know that you say that because that's a large part of why I do this stream because I, it is extremely exhausting to say something, show proof, and still have people tell you, nope, that's not wrong because according to 15 USC, whatever. And it's like, bring me the proof, bring me the result. Don't bring me the law. And mm, you know how people scam people? They just tell them what they want to hear. That's it. It's really simple. They just tell you what they want you to hear. That's how people scam people in love. That's how people scam people with consumer stuff. That's how people scam people on the internet, e-commerce. It does not matter. They just tell people what they want to hear. And most people are so desperate, I've been there, that they ignore all of the red flags and just focus on the fact that this person is saying what they want to hear. And that's good enough for them. That's enough to make them turn over their dollars and spend a lifetime waiting for the lie to become fruition, to come to fruition. I'll tell you right now, when I got scammed, it was somebody on Instagram and she had a few results. She never showed her face, but there's a lot of people who don't show their face for various reasons. Sometimes it makes you mysterious, right? 48 laws of power, but she didn't show her face. She had some amazing results though, and someone that I have respected shouted her out. And maybe she started with great intentions and it just turned left. I want to believe she started with great intentions because when she said, okay, all of y'all are inboxing me, I'm going to put together a group and show y'all how I do what I do. She put together a group and it was a membership and a whole bunch of people signed up. And the energy at first was crazy. It was electric, it was exciting. Um, I heard things I had never heard before. But it was about 2.5 months in that things started to fall apart. The recording started to come slower. A lot of stuff that was said was not backed up. There was infighting and confusion, and people weren't getting answers to the simplest of questions. It was just a whole lot going on. And although I didn't feel good about it when things started to change, I said, okay, I'm gonna wait it out. Maybe this is a phase. And I was saying to myself, I don't want to give up or be too hard on my people because we have it hard enough. And so I made all of these excuses. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Wow, somebody I was just thinking about. texted me. Um, I made all of these excuses, and I spent months in that group just holding on that things will get better. Wasted money. Am I mad about that? No, because it's done. It's done, right? And ultimately, that group led me to one of the best groups I've been part of, because she did attract some people who really, really wanted this, and she did attract some people who really, really knew their stuff. And yeah, so I'm you never know where the path will lead. But the thing that's so crazy about what's going on right now is that you have a whole bunch of people, consumer education, consumer protection gurus, who, because of a mask that they wear, maybe because they're very pretty or very handsome or charismatic, because of that, or because of the money that they have to market on a scale that makes it so that you see them everywhere, they get automatic authority. Automatic. Oh my gosh, RS, the amazing. Come on. Okay, that's a whole word. In this social media era, oh my God. In this social media era, folks search to find what fits their mood for the moment. Social media. And let me tell y'all something. Some of the best social media, I mean, it's not social media, some of the best consumer protection people that I've met are not on social media. Some of the best, most knowledgeable people with insane results are not on social media. That's not to say that everybody on social media sucks, because I'm on social media, right? And there are some good people on social media too. But some of the best people I've met in this arena have been people at conferences, and I mean, they just told me amazing things, showed me their results, clearly knew what they were talking about. And I would say, hey, what's your Instagram? And they would say, it's no point in connecting, because if you go there, there's nothing there. And sure enough, there's nothing there. A lot of these people are underground. That's who texted me. I had a conversation with someone yesterday, because he made a very insightful comment under one of my videos, and we connected for time yesterday. We spent 3 hours. This gentleman has been studying since 2017. That's before it was popular. That's before everybody was in the house and didn't have anything to do. So then no. He's not new to this. And the results that he has, the things he's saying, guess what though? He's not on social media. And a large part of our conversation was he and I discussing some people that are on social media, and some of the people that follow them and the outcomes they've had. And it's just heartbreaking, because this stuff does work. However, there are some people that are alive. No, I'm not talking about TLC. I'm not talking. How you say that if I'm talking about TLC when the title says consumer protection scammers? Maybe you didn't see the title. It's late. But no, I'm not talking about TLC. But maybe you saw a post earlier where I said I still do it. See, you must have been following me for a while if you know about that. Anyway, good night and thanks for joining. Hello, good night. But me and this other person were talking about, because see, what y'all don't see, like I said, people who get in bad situations or believe the hype. Oh, y'all, I just want y'all to think about this. If you could really design your credit report the way you want it to be, and get everything off that you want, and only leave the stuff that you want, wouldn't you do that? Where would do y'all know that everything is driven by money? Do y'all understand there will be no money That would cut into the CRA's money if it were as easy as some of these people were making it sound. If you were the original, damn it, creditor, stop telling me you're the original creditor on a card limit with $300. If you're the original creditor, why didn't you grant yourself $3 million? They can't cut, they can't close my account. They can't do this. I'm the original creditor. No, you good. He said, I just got on. Sorry. No, you're good. 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 My apologies to you. Um, Come on, John Davis. And you know what? That's what I was going to say. People love a beautiful lie more than the ugly truth. And I'm seeing it so many times. And I'm like, John Watts does this every day. He sues people every day. He's a consumer protection lawyer. You go to his channel, less than 25K people on there. You go to some other people's channel, and every single time they go live, hundreds of people, that even thousands of people. And I'm like, wow, y'all are listening to people who just popped up out of nowhere over a consumer protection lawyer who has been doing this for over a decade, who has had his channel for 9 years, who has won countless cases, who breaks down cases that people have lost. And what y'all don't see are these groups where people are being evicted, people are losing their cars, people are losing big cases and having garnishments, people are going to arbitration sounding crazy, talking crazy, and getting judgments against them that they have to pay in 30 days. That is the sum of some of you guys' annual salary. That is a stupid price to pay just because you rush in the process or you following the wrong person because what they say sounds good to you. It's so funny. I was looking at a Dr. Phil clip, and this lady was like set in her 70s, and she said, my boyfriend is Ricardo. We met online. He lives in LA. He's so handsome. And sure enough, it was a very, very handsome salt and pepper gentleman. And she said he put up a post that said, I'm looking for somebody to spoil. And she thought to herself, I'd like to be spoiled. So she reached out to him. Y'all, guess what? No. She is not the one being spoiled. She has sent this man that she's never FaceTimed, that she's never met, $20,000. Why? Because he hooked her with, I'm looking to spoil someone. Is it you? He said what she wanted to hear. She was a lonely older woman. And then Dr. Phil showed her this manual that came into his hands. And I'm not like a huge Dr. Phil fan, so don't come in my comments with that mess, okay? Don't eat the meat, spit out the bones. This is not about Dr. Phil. This is about the woman being scammed. Kiana said, okay, now I can chat. You want to come on, sis? Is that what you're saying? Let me know. If anybody wants to come on and talk about this, I don't have a problem. I would love to dialogue with you, even though I don't want to be. I don't know if that's what Kiana is really saying or not, but yeah. Let me see. You can join the stream. Let me tell. So, but y'all, let me see here. So, yeah. Oh, you said no. You're in the dark. You don't have to have your camera on. You know that, right? You don't have to have your camera on. You can do the what you call it. You could do it like this if you want to. But yeah, let me see. Can I pin that? Oh no, I can't. Can I start it? And that make us. So yeah, Dr. Phil showed showed the woman where there was a manual of over like 40, 50 pages where these guys, you know, basically tell how to scam women out of money. And it said everything. Tell her what she wants to hear. Tell her, wait 4 days. Don't tell her you love her any sooner than 4 days. Never ask for money directly. Just give her a lot of compliments. And then when she asks how your day is going, say, I had a horrible day. I'm behind on my mortgage. My check didn't come through. Or if you say you have a business, say, your partner ran off with some money, but you have very intricate lies. Make her laugh, make her smile. They had like 10 pages of jokes and different things. And this lady sat there and listened to Dr. Phil read off all this stuff. And she was like, but I don't think that's Ricardo. Going right back to what John Davis said. I've been told that the beautiful lie draws more praise than the ugly truth. And it is so true. I have been so exhausted at sometimes doing these types of videos. I can show everything. Not saying that I know everything about everything, but if I say something, I'm going to back it up with someone who knows more than me if I don't know a lot, right? In that particular area, right? And I still will have people who have no proof tell me I'm wrong. People who are so adamant that what they are saying is right, but they haven't even tested it themselves. Because they don't even have any proof that what they're saying is right. But they fall in love with these tribes, with these communities, with these people. They fall in love with the momentum. They fall in love with the magical words that they sprinkle on every live. And they say, you can do whatever you want. You're the consumer. You have the power. They can't tell you no. They can't shut down your card. They can't report late payments. They can't take any adverse action. 15 USC 6. The adverse action. Does that sound right to you? Does that sound right to you? Kiana said, no, but you're right. These folks out here selling pipe dreams with these consumer laws. It's insane. The gentleman that I spoke to yesterday, Remedy Council says, peace to the goddess. Thank you. What's going on, brother? Peace. I remember in school when we had to cite our sources. Come on, man. Come on. The good old bibliography. Bruh, footnotes, all that stuff. Oh my gosh. So the gentleman that I spoke to yesterday, y'all, like I said, he's been doing this since 2017. Before anybody else, but that's before I was doing it. Before anybody else was doing it. No social media, like I said. A lot of the people who do it, they who do it right, they're not on social media. You know why? Because they're too busy working. And because they just don't want to be on social media. This person actually goes to court. Some of y'all never been to court. Some of y'all are listening to people who have never been to court. But this person goes to court for fun. See, that's how you know you're serious. When I speak to someone and they're talking about case law, I know they're serious. When I talk to somebody and they tell me they just go and sit in court cases, they just go and sit in courtrooms to listen to judge rulings, to see what's being done, that's how I know they take it seriously. When you tell me certain people that you plug into or how you've done your process, that's when I know you take it seriously. When you ask me a question and I give you an answer and every single word I do not have to break down, that's how I know you take it seriously. What do I mean by that last part? Here's what I mean by that last part. If you say something about, how do I get a repo off of my credit report? And this isn't legal advice, but if you say something like, how do I get a repo off of my credit report? And then I say something like, well, what are the statutory laws? And then you say, well, what are statutory laws? Whoa, now. You telling me we got to go, you're just now, you're not even ready to receive the information. If I'm asking, what are your state's laws governing the repo? How many notices do we have to give? If you haven't looked up the bare basics, and I know somebody is going to play devil's advocate and say, well, Kim, some people are just starting out. And what I am saying to you is this: if you are brand spanking new out of the consumer protection womb, you don't need to talk to nobody yet and ask them how to solve your problem, because you will not even understand the answer that they give to you. If you're a consumer protection newborn, get your butt on YouTube. Get a good 10 hours a week under your belt, 6 months, 3 months, whatever, so that at least when you run into the right person who is willing to help you, you do not waste their time by asking them the definition of every other word when your butt could have gotten on the handy dandy Google and looked it up like cotton picking self. That's why you're getting scammed. It cracks me up when people say how much I do too much at some time. Part of it is a part of my madness. It's a method to my madness to have longer lives, because I don't want people who are, loving so much that I'm supposed to give them the sauce in 60 seconds or less all the time. I'm not interested in those folks. So if I talk too much for you, I'm cool with that, because you're not for me. And I'm not even mad at you at all. Go over there to the people who are going to give you what you need the way you need it. Spend all your money with them. Watch 20 minutes a day and think that you're going to create your dream credit report. Go right on and let me know how that works out for you. HOA said those eyes are portals to everlasting life. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. But I am so serious when I say this. Most of the time when I've gotten scammed, and I can only think of like 2 real times. One was a consumer protection thing. One was something else. Because I don't say I'm scammed just because I bought something and I didn't get the result that I wanted, or I didn't become a millionaire. No, that's not. If the information is still good and you delivered and you told me the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, you told me what I wanted to hear, but you also said, hey, now, along this road, here are some of the obstacles and objections you're going to come across, and here's how to navigate them. I'm good. If you've done those things, I'm good. But when you sell me, either when you sell me a dream and you don't tell me about the probability of a nightmare, and in my moment of vulnerability, I bought into it, okay, you scammed me and that was my fault. Now, on the other side, when you do seem to know your stuff, but you don't have the infrastructure in place to deliver, or there's a book called The E-Myth. E-Myth, the E in E-Myth stands for entrepreneurial. And in that book, it says, just because you can bake pies doesn't mean you should open up a pie shop. And that's the truth. Because just because you know consumer protection stuff doesn't quite mean you should be a consumer protection guru. Don't obligate yourself to meet every once a week or this many times. If you're not going to do that, just go collect your settlement checks. And that's why a lot of people who are doing this for real, just keep to themselves, because they don't want to be bothered with a whole bunch of people paying them $20 a month, $40 a month, $100. They don't even care. Let me ask you something. If you were doing this for real, and you were able to, like in some states, you can take on clients, even though you're not an attorney, and you were able to help people get settlements, people who are serious, and you're getting a cut. Let's say you getting for yourself, okay, like Jay, the 26-year-old who got 62K in a year for himself. You think Jay really want to fool up with cutting YouTube videos? That's why you don't see Jay on YouTube. You think Jay really? Jay actually tried it. He tried it. He had a Telegram. I got in there because he was like, "Hey sis, join. You want to be a part of my Telegram?" I said, "Sure." Be about ran Jay ragged, and he was trying to do it out of the goodness of his heart. But the amount of laziness, the amount of pushback from people who did not want him to tell the whole truth, including the ugly truth, right? It was Jay he said, "I'm done with this. I don't have to deal with this." And that's what y'all don't realize. People they don't have to help you. And a lot of the ones that can won't, because too many people are not willing to hear the whole truth, right? Remedy Council said if they are a newborn, the first thing they should do is get the free. Come on, the free. And you know what I love? Let me read it for the people that are driving who can't read. I stopped. If they are a newborn, the first thing they should do is get the free education provided by the CFPB. They have a consumer manual, and it was created for the least sophisticated customer. And that's a phrase that consumer. And that's a phrase that you often hear in what? Case law. For the least sophisticated consumer. You're absolutely right. They should be looking at official. Hey, Akila, what's this? She said, peace, sis. They should be looking at those official websites, not looking at random people on YouTube, right? With pretty backgrounds on vacations in Tahiti, right? Dancing to shouting out consumer protection laws while they say, "I just want to rob 15 USC, 16." Do you want education or do you want entertainment? And I get it. Maybe one day I'll be dancing to "I Just Want to Rock" while shouting out a 15 USC. Who knows? But what is the priority of the person that you're plugging into? Bull market for life. You a trader? He said, how much is the credit crunchers course? It's $597 right now. This will be the last time it's that price. It's 4 weeks, but it's $597 for 4 weeks each. Akila, I got some credit crushers on here. If Akila and Kiana are still on here, if y'all could drop in the chat and tell them if it's worth it. But yeah, 4 weeks. We meet Wednesdays at 8. The presentation is about 2 hours minimum, usually. And the Q&A is usually about an hour. And sometimes I have a few bonuses. But you know what's so funny? And if you wanted to do that, look in the description box of this YouTube. All you have to do is go to hellocamille.com right there. Hello. Is it there at the bottom? hellocamille.com. And then you and then you click on the Google form to fill out the questions, because I'm not for everybody, y'all. I never was trying to be for everybody. Because I really like to go deep with people and give them my attention. And you can't do that when you cast a really, really wide net. I don't have a team. I just have me. That's it. And I like working intimately with people if they are willing to. So, yeah, dang, it's something on my contacts. Do you have a description of what's in it? Yeah, I do. Actually, I thought it was kind of long. tell you, right, week 1 about credit intro, week 2 we go into like a legal foundation, week 3 disputing, week 4 is credit building. But if you go to my channel, I'll try to find it, or I don't know if somebody else can find it and drop it on there. And yes, you trade stocks and options. See, and this is what we were talking about too. So even the gentleman I spoke to yesterday, he takes his settlements and he puts them into stocks. This is a person that's serious. Y'all, and that's another thing too. Like, what is your plan? What is your plan when you fix your credit? Is it just for you to have bragging rights? I'm in a 750 club. So what? What are you gonna do with it? What is your plan if you secure the bag after you run the play and you implement this hack, and let's say you get a 62K settlement like Jay? What you gonna do with it? The gentleman that I was talking to yesterday, he does the consumer protection stuff and is into trading. And it's so funny because the trading course I bought was 5K, and then there are so many, it's 10K now. And there are so many people who were like, you a black woman, you supposed to be for the people. I'm a black woman too. I'm a single mom. I can't afford this price. Da, da, da. I'm a single mom too. I don't expect, when I go to the store to buy milk, the price is not different for me because I'm a single mom. When I go anywhere, the gas price is still the same. They don't care that I'm a single parent. So why should somebody else online care that you're a single parent? Or care that society is keeping you down, or care that you're unemployed, or care that any of those things. It's nice if somebody does, but they don't have to. And what is so crazy is that people will literally take their money, spend it with the scammers, and then come to the people with the truth and say to them, I ain't got no more money, but I need your help. What? I gave all my money to them, but can you help me out? What? I lost so much money over there. There's nothing I have to offer you. But God said that I was supposed to eat and you were supposed to help me out. Oh, really? Because last time that I checked, in my Nipsey Hussle voice, God doesn't give me directives through strangers. Last time that I checked. I'm just going to be real with you. Credit Crushers is worth it. I really appreciate that. And y'all, Kiana did an interview with me. Look it up. Kim backs up everything she says and helps the Credit Crushers find the gems to connect the dots. I appreciate that. Yeah, and Kiana signed up in February. And if Kiana needs anything from me, if it's anybody I can connect her to help her get, if I don't have it, that I know people game recognize game. So I definitely do not know everything, but I thank God that some people have come in my path who have blessed me, who know they have huge wins. They have way more knowledge than me. They have way more resources than me. They have way more connections than me, and they have blessed me with stuff I can't even believe. Material. Hey sis, study this. Hey sis, if you need me, call me. And it's like, what? These people are not online, but they know I'm telling the truth, even if y'all don't like it. So people like a Kiana, people like an Aquila who's going through hell but doesn't make no excuses and is just attacking her credit report one bite at a time. If I can help them, even if I can't help them directly, I got them. And y'all have got to start taking not just consumer protection stuff, but your life seriously. Stop going down to the buy here, pay here place and getting stuff from somebody with a silk shirt on who is selling you a 1992 car at 18% interest, and you know you're paying as much for your damn car as you are your rent. It is very frustrating to me. And when I spoke with the gentleman yesterday, it was frustrating. Everybody who takes this seriously, they're frustrated. They're frustrated that the people who don't take it seriously are getting away with so much. They're frustrated that the people who have a large reach, who don't back up everything that they say, are really going to make a lot of other people think that this stuff doesn't work. They're going to make some of y'all quit. And that's exactly what the creditors, the banks, the lenders, that's exactly what they want you to do. But if you plug into this notion that you can design the life you want, that somehow you're above everything, that all debts, you don't have to pay nothing, you all, it's not backed by gold and fiat, and it's entertaining to listen to some of y'all try to explain it based on what you heard somebody else say. It's not, it's funny, but it's not. And I know y'all like, well, Kim, you did a video on the straw man book. Yes, I did. I said, this is a book that I'm reading. I find it interesting as it relates to making my mind think about some things differently. I never told y'all I went to court and said, that's not Kimberly. Kimberly, the natural, you were talking to Kimberly the straw man. Kimberly, not Kimberly, I'm Kimberly, the living, breathing, natural person. I never told you I did that ish. I said, this is a book that I'm reading. It's interesting. That's what I said. Okay. Dang, something. I cannot see. Oh, wow. I really can't see. Ooh. Yes, the class is worth it. Oh my gosh. What did she say? Awesomeness. I'm going to have to. Oh my gosh. Y'all going to have to talk amongst yourselves, and I'm about to go have to get my glasses because something is cloudy on my contacts. Been watching and following her for a year, just looking for the reviews. Haven't seen any reviews online anywhere. Who? Me? Are you talking about me? I don't have a website or anything like that. But I tell you, if you're talking about me, I'm late on the comments, but bull market for life, if you're talking about me, you can go to hellokimberly.com, and then I actually did put up some credit testimonials. It says credit testimonies right above the Google form. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. John Davis said, I used to be a mechanic. Guys would come to me. Come on, John Davis. People would come to me. I went to a cheap guy. He replaced this, that, something else, something other, and it's still broke. Can you fix it? By the way, now I'm broke. That's what they do. That's what they do. And it's like, man, I feel bad for you, but how am I supposed to feed my family? What is my time worth? And the gentleman, like I said, the gentleman and I that were on, hey, Crider, what's going on, Crider? How you doing, brother? But the gentleman, Remedy Council said vapor money theory. Man, I have so many notes from who I spoke to the other day, yesterday. I'm not going to say. I'm just going to stop talking. No reviews on the Credit Crushers course. Yeah, there won't be any reviews. Usually when you see reviews is but I did an interview with Kiana, and you can put it on there. It's not, I don't pay for marketing. You don't see any IG, Facebook, YouTube ads with me. As you can see, it's only 16 people on this live. I never announce when I go live. I don't have a huge following. I never wanted more than about 10 people in the Credit Crushers, and I usually had about 5. So it's not like this, it's not going to be this huge thing, but there's another one. But if you go back to my channel, I did Kiana, and also I did an outline of, and I did a sneak peek of one of the classes. So and see if it's for you. And if it's not, I don't have any problems with that, because people are like, I put on the forum some questions to help me judge what you want. People who want to say, oh, I'm traveling, I'm not driving, I'm not for you, because I drive. I don't know how to get out of a traffic ticket. I don't have a travel card. I haven't authenticated. I haven't done the authentication for my birth certificate. So I want to know those things, because if those are the things that you want to do, I can't help you. I'm just a regular schmegular girl who teaches you, like, basically how to make your argument, how to tell the story of violation, how to say why you have a right to demand remedy from them, how to, I'm not going to say, how can I word this? I just help people put together the pieces bridge the gap between the credit and the consumer protection stuff, because I see too many people chasing the bag and memorizing all these USCs without a basic foundation of the credit stuff. And the whole reason why these laws spawned up were from the credit information. It was because of violations on the credit report in the credit industry that the consumer protection stuff sprung up. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. So I don't understand how people are skipping this to go to that. And it's showing when they go into arbitration, it's showing when they go into litigation, that they don't have an understanding of this. This is why they're losing. But those are not the people that you hear from, because they tuck their head in between their tails and ride off into the sunset. And they never come back on. Hey, y'all, here's where I fudged up. So in the Credit Crushers, that's why we do credit for week 1, then we sandwich it with the consumer protection stuff, and then we end with the credit stuff again. When you're your credit, when you're getting the credit report, what you doing? You doing what? I'm not saying this to you directly, to the trading person. I'm in this in general. Dang it. I literally cannot see. Y'all hold on one second. Dang it. Yeah, hold on one second, y'all. I literally cannot see at all. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. Woo. There I go. Here I go. Oh, y'all waited on me. I appreciate that. Ooh, this is so much better. See, I tried to be cute for y'all. Some mascara got on my, not mascara, what is it? Eyeliner got on my contact. That was all she wrote. Keon, and please do not the magic wand at the end of the Credit Crushers tap over time. It's funny that you say that, Kiana, because I've been to conferences, I've been to so many, like in so many groups and so many things, and never did I ever expect to magically win a case at the end of one. Because of my background and experience in the industry of network marketing, I believe in things such as the compound effect. And I know that oftentimes when you do receive an outcome, usually it's not because of one thing. Usually because it's because of a combination of things that led up to that. It's the compound effect. But as far as making wise decisions along that way, along that road as to where you are, being honest about where you are and what it is you need, that's very important to learn how to assess where you are and how to get to where you want to go from where you are. For example, right now in my there was a time when I started my entrepreneurship journey that I needed a lot of mindset training. I'm not there now. I got it. I got the whole, I'm not gonna say I got the whole mindset thing, but I don't need mindset training as much as I need strategy, implementation, scaling type, um, that type of stuff, automation training, delegation training. Does that make sense? So what happens a lot of times too with the consumer protection stuff is somebody will buy a template. Somebody will buy a template, not change a thing, get no result, and then they wonder why. Or they won't buy a template and they'll, how do I say this? I don't want to insult anybody. It's going to be very, very hard when somebody is blowing smoke up your butt all the time, telling you, just do this, it'll be fine, write it how you can say whatever and just cite this law. And you have people literally doing that and not getting any response and then wondering why. And when I will ask certain people, if I do engage with someone, hey, tell me the story. When you can't even tell me the story in plain English, I know that what you're writing it can't be comprehended. Nobody's going to struggle to read your chicken scratch. And I don't mean your print. I mean, nobody's going to try to put together the piece of your puzzle. That's your job to do. So when a lot of people say they're not getting the results they desire, I know why just from talking to them. A lot of times they're stubborn. They're not open to listen to what you have to say as it relates to completing their case clearly and concisely, right? It is so clear to me when someone has only been on YouTube watching a bunch of people for free and only made one investment. It's so clear to me when somebody is 3 months in and they're just going to secure the bag by running the play. And I have no interest in. I know super short. He said, okay, I'll check your site. That sounds good. Yeah, the straw man book. And there were people that bought the whole entire series, right? And you have to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Every single thing that I read is not for me. I read 48 Laws of Power. Some of the laws I agree with, some I don't. I read tons of books. And there are times, just because you wrote a book doesn't mean that you are the authority for me. There are times when I agree with certain stuff. Again, you have to know how to pick and choose what is best for you for where you're at and where you want to go. It's called adulting. And I understand that a lot of us have not been taught to learn how to think on our own. We got to get back to that, y'all. We got to get back to that. I was saying hello to everybody. I said I wasn't going to be on here for long, which y'all always do. Y'all drag me into a longer conversation. I got to blame it on y'all. HOA said, such a strong, wise Is that queen equals listen? Thank you. I think you complimented me, right? Thank you. Akila said, I was in the last wave of the Credit Crusher course, and I can say I went from being overwhelmed with my, yeah, you were, with my credit, and rightly so, to feeling confident about taking the steps to improve it. So if y'all heard me on my last video, this is the young lady. I don't think she'll mind. If so, text me, girl, and say, shut up. But this is the young lady I was talking about that I said, I previously gave private one-on-one sessions. It was in my mind, originally, I was like, oh, what can I do for the credit crushers as an added bonus? And I said, I know, I'll give them one private one-on-one for like 30 minutes, 30, no more than 45 minutes. Man, please. Akila got her free Zoom. And what was the first one, Akila? Like 2 hours? It was like 2 hours. My eyes were crossing. Her eyes were crossing too. And then she said, Kim, can I do another one? And because I want to help her see it through, I was like, yeah, girl. And when we did that second one, the first one was overwhelming for both of us because it was a lot. And rightly so. There are a lot of people who have filled out that Google form and they said they've never looked at their credit. I understand, but I feel bad for those people. Okay, not look at it doesn't make it go away. So when Akila and I looked at it, it was a lot and it was overwhelming for both of us, just the sheer volume of pages between the 3 CRAs. But when we went through it that second time and my girl was game, I was like, all right, Akila, call them right now. You call them right now. And what did we find out, Akila? We found out that what we thought was one thing wasn't that. And then the other issue, I said, oh, they got a chat feed. Chat with them right now. So as Akila was chatting on the Zoom, I'm looking, I'm saying, ask this, ask that. And I'm typing back to her. And she's like, okay, all right, copy and pasting. And we got to get stuff done. Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because y'all, again, this is not an easy process. And I want you to be wary of anybody who makes it sound like it is. They make money off of your ignorance and your inaction. And they will give you the runaround. Even when you're in the right. That's why a lot of people who do this for real, that when they write their letter, they're like, you violated this. According to that, I have a private right of action under this. And here's what I want. And then they give them two options. Either you can send me my check, run me my money, or if you don't, after I give you the 30 days to answer this letter, the attached case that I've already drafted up will be filed in state court. Sis, boom, bye. I know some people that if they 30 days, on day 31, it's filed. And guess what? Sometimes the creditor ignores them for 30 days. And then when they see, oh, Dip, oh, shoot, she meant business. It actually was filed. Now they're calling to settle. And guess what? Because these people know what they're doing. They're like, no, we're going to take it to court. Because now I'm like, since you didn't settle on my terms, now I'm going to get more money on the judge's terms. You want to play with me? See, that's how you know that you know what you're doing. But when somebody sends a letter and then they say, hey, they didn't say nothing. What now? What you mean, what now? You didn't plan for that? You didn't have two letters ready? When you sent the debt validation or to the CRAs, the dispute to the CRAs, you didn't have a letter ready for if it came back as verified? You didn't know what to do? Huh? You come back, oh, you're right. Let us take it off your credit report. You didn't have no, it doesn't work like that. So now it's time for you to reply, and you like, I didn't have time to write the letter. Do I start all over? You should have been had the letter ready. If you didn't need it, then fine, you don't send it. But chances are you're going to need it because they want to make it hard for you. So if you're plugging into the right people, then you know this, then you already have the letter ready. So when they send it back to you saying it's been verified, you know exactly what to do next. You know how to use that verified letter as proof. Not, oh, they said verified. Now what do I do? No. And I had to pay. I had to pay a mentorship to find out that a verified letter is a good thing when you know what you're doing, because now it is proof. Now they shot themselves in their own foot with the verified letter. Before, I thought it was a bad thing. That's the power of plugging into people who are doing this for real, for real. Somebody say, oh, you get a verified letter? Well, send them another template. Okay. Where do I go to see what the course? I know what I'm getting before I pay for it. Yeah, I don't know what. Let me see something. It was just a long video, and I did. I'm gonna come back to StreamYard, y'all. I'll catch up on those comments. But let me see here. It was under my videos. I got it. All right. Let me put this here. I'm gonna get right back with y'all, okay? Should have screen shared so y'all got this wrong. Yes, no, maybe so. If you haven't done so yet, drop your district, say your circuit. Only one person did it. I think it was, yeah, it was the very first. Yeah, oh gosh, it's almost been an hour. Law, running the play in practice. Okay. Running the play sounds like the quarterback is getting sacked. I know, right? They are getting in the game, running plays, but been absent in practice. And you better say that. You better say that. Oh, I'm happy you don't mind, Akila, because I didn't wait for confirmation. uh, yeah, one of her credit reports was like 100 pages. And so there are things that I'm having the credit crushers do, like your secondary CRA. Some of the credit crushers had never heard of secondary CRA. And when they pulled it and they saw what was, when they saw what some secondaries had on them and things of that nature, when credit cruncher got a letter from a debt collector recently, and I told them to expect this. Why? Because it's tax time, and they want your tax refund money. They want to. This is when things are going to magically pop up on your credit report. You can't be surprised. This is when things that have been dormant for forever or went away or you previously they just pop right back up. This is when you get that Dunning letter in the mail if you've updated your address and it's coming to your current address. But most of us have multiple addresses, even dating back to our college days. So since they have in the law that they can send a Dunning letter to any address that is on your credit report, why? Because it's your job to get information off this wall. So if you keep it on, it must be right. The debt collectors are using that to their advantage because they know it is key, it is crucial, it is like so very important for you to dispute within that initial 30 days of the Dunning letter being sent. Can you dispute afterwards? Absolutely, you can. But that initial 30 days, they don't want you to do that. That's why they will send it to an old address that your butt has not gotten off of your credit report because your butt don't even look at your credit butt report because your butt knows it's trash and you scared. And I understand. But they'll purposefully use your inaction to look at your credit report and fix things and learn how to fix things correctly to their advantage. So they'll send the Dunning letter to an old address. You won't get it because you haven't lived there since 1997. So you can speak within the next 30 days. And then, it's a surprise. Your butt, and I don't mean y'all, because y'all are here. I mean the people who watch later on, um, who only watch me to tell me that I'm wrong. That's who I'm talking to. So your butt will sit up there and not learn any of the stuff because you don't have time. You work 40 hours a week. You ain't got the videos are too long. The people just tell me the sauce. Just tell me the juice, right? So nobody gives you the sauce or the juice. And you don't want to wait so long and watch these long videos. So then when you get that letter in the mail, where they like, hey, summons, so and so is suing you. Your butt so scared you don't show up to court. They get a default judgment. Your butt don't do nothing about a default judgment. They garnish your wages and oh, no. And say, I don't have no money, but God said, God put your video on that. And I know that's a sign that you supposed to help me. I know some of y'all are mad with me right now. That's okay. It's a long line of people who are mad with me. It's okay. It's okay. Second Circuit representing. Okay, so bull market for life, that's one of the things. By the way, bull market for life, every single week the credit crushers have homework. One of their and that's not a credit crusher who puts that up there. That's just someone who's been on my live before. Your circuit is basically your area. In the United States, there are 11 circuits. Okay. And depending on what state you live in, it determines what circuit you fall in. What you want to do, bull market for life, regardless of whether you sign up with the credit coaches or not. Find out what circuit you are. You can literally go to the Google and say, what are the 11 circuits, the 11 districts. It'll show you the whole US of A map. Okay. It'll show you the 11 areas. And then based on where you live, you can find out what circuit you are in. Then from there, what you can do to find out how these laws really work. Don't just go to Cornell Law and just read from, 15 USC. As a matter of fact, y'all, let me show y'all something. Start reading from the code. This is not going to be popular, and I'm fine with that. But start reading from the code, okay? Let me show y'all something here. Um, But yeah, so bull market for find out what circuit you are in, and then once you find that, what I want you to do. Oh, this is the video where I talk about the stuff. The and this right here, go to US law is easier on the eyes. This is a little 1970s here, but it's more fishy. Okay, did y'all? If y'all don't know, did I share it? Mm, dang it, did I stop sharing it? I think I stopped sharing it, didn't I? I'm sorry. But really, really get very, very familiar with this website, y'all. It has a lot of useful information, even down to telling you how to accurately cite the laws. Because some of y'all out here just throwing parentheses everywhere. Am I? Hold up. What is? Am I tripping? Or is StreamYard? Can y'all see that? Is StreamYard doing something new? Let me look and see how I'm looking on Facebook. Now I don't see y'all at all. Crap. It says I'm sharing. Let me see. Let's turn this down. I hope y'all can see this. So website, half a second. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Okay, there it goes. Oh my goodness, that was making me mad. Okay, so are you talking about court jurisdiction? Yes. Yes, I am. Bull market for life. And so when you find your what you should do, because judges are like parents, right? You ever had your parents say, you say, "Well, my best friend's mom." They say, "Well, I'm not your best friend's mom." That's how judges are. So you need to become familiar with your circuit. Because there are some times, I know everybody wanna go to federal court, but there are some times when it might be more advantageous for you to go to state court. If you read case law, you'll know this, right? I'm not fussing at you, bull market for life. I'm just had a long day. So if my tone is not pleasant, that's the reason why. It's not you. I like the questions that you're asking, and I appreciate you for being here. But what you wanna do with your circuit is, like, if you're in New York, and which is the second circuit, then you would wanna say you go to Google Scholar and look up. Somebody said, "How do I get to Google Scholar?" You can Google Scholar, and it'll take you there, okay, y'all? But go to Google Scholar and look up Second Circuit FDCPA case law, Second Circuit FCRA case law. That is going to make these laws come to life for you in your area with the judges who will rule on your cases should you go to state court. And that's really so key, so important because contrary to popular belief, like these people in the YouTube streets will tell you, man, go get the bag. Girl, get your money. You wanna be a boss babe? They make it sound like the minute you say 15 USC, Capital One gonna be like, "Ooh, I'm shuddering in my boots." Capital One don't give a damn about y'all saying these 15 USCs. They like, "Okay, run it." In some of these cases, many of these cases, the creditors are winning because the people have not done their research to see how this actually plays out. How do you plead a case? Because these judges are not so well versed on stuff, so a lot of this comes down to your not only your understanding of the law, but your communication skills, your conviction, your evidence, your proof. You got people out here talking about, "Yeah, they even sit on the phone and what they did was wrong." And you're like, "Okay, cool, where's the proof?" "I mean, I ain't got it, but they did say it." Well, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, because they sent me a letter, and then you wouldn't believe what the letter said. "Let me see it." "Oh, I threw the letter away." Well, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, what is you doing? Mhm. In Circuit 6, District 3, Crider. Yes, the jurisdiction is circuit. Yep, yep. Community council is helping you out. Second, yep. And in some states, they're so large. Yeah, it's north and south. Oh, you in the 4th Circuit? I don't know the 4th Circuit. I'm in the 11th Circuit. I don't know what the 4th. Imma have to look at the map and see where that is. Yep, Texas is the John Davis, you in Texas. He in the 5th Circuit. That's what I'm talking about. Say your circuit, drop your district. Look, I'm proud of you, bull market for life. You learned something tonight. So now you in the 4th Circuit, like I said, regardless of whether you work with me or not, go to the handy dandy Google, look up 4th Circuit FDCPA case law and read to your heart's content. Then look up 4th Circuit FCRA case law. Read on some of the decisions that have come down for your area. Because again, there are sometimes when you don't need to go to federal court. It might be to your advantage to go to state court, depending on the situation. What you say? Oh, that's sweet. Okay, I'm happy you're not offended because it is actually not my it's never my goal to offend because that's how you yeah, it's not my goal to offend. Talk to me however you want. I know how to spit out the bones. Okay, good. I'm happy you didn't take it any kind of way. But it's funny though, because there was a time when I got so frustrated and I was like, you know what? I should give this information in Espanol. Like one day just be like, hola, soy Camila Prosperidad de Savannah, Georgia. Y estoy aquí para hablar de leyes para protección de consumidores. I was like, I know people would be pissed. And I wouldn't do it to piss people off. I was like, Spanish is what I studied in school, and, um, I have a history with Spanish people, and so with the cultura, right? La negra habla, right? And I was like, I should do and I've done some videos in the past in Spanish, and some people have said, "I want you to do more videos in Spanish." And I said and here's what I know about Spanish people. I don't care how broke they I don't care how broke you might are, they're gonna find some whatever they want as it relates to their freedom. They got money for whatever they want that will help them get free. And I know that if I talk about las leyes de protección para consumidores, it wouldn't be no problemo. But then I would have people accuse me of, "Dang, the black girl and she ain't talking to white people, she over there talking to other people. What about us?" And it's just like, "But when I was there, you didn't care." Now I know that's not true because I actually speak to some people who say, "Thank you. I appreciate your videos. I've been watching a long time, and you know who you are." We have great conversations with those people. We have great conversations. So it's not like this is like a woe is me pity party. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm just saying take advantage of something in the season that is available to you. One of the best mentorships I've had as it relates to this stuff is Jen Stanford's arbitration. And she only does arbitration. She focuses, she zones in on arbitration. That's her thing. But her arbitration mentorship just is phenomenal. The people that she attracted to that arbitration mentorship, these people don't play. I am honored to be in their presence. They not on social media, as you would guess. Jen barely on social media. I went to her Instagram the other day. I sent it to somebody, and I was like, "You got to check out this girl, the gangster with glasses." Jen had erased everything but 3 lives. I was like, "God, dang on it, Jen. Dang on it." But guess what? The arbitration mentorship is temporarily closed. You have to take advantage of something in the season that it's available to you. Don't think, "Oh, I'll sign up for the next wave. Oh, I'll do it next month. Oh, I'll do it later when my life calm down." What? You got 6 kids. Your life ain't never gonna be girl, stop. Boy, bye. You got 3 jobs. When you think your life gonna calm down? The last time your life was calm was 1981. What is you talking about? But how, Sway? Stop playing. You laughing at me, Bill Market. That's how y'all be, and I'm just like, this is not how it works. When you want it, you gotta fight for it. And I guarantee y'all, there are other communities that are fighting for it, and we have got to fight for it. Just like we fight to get our nails done, just like we fight to get design on sale, just like we fight for more crap that we do not need. That are basically trappings to show that we are bigger or more than what we think we are. And I'm not talking to everybody when I say this, but if I'm talking to you, you'll know because you'll be offended. More than likely, you'll be offended. Um, but yeah, I've been scammed before. I know it's not a good feeling. I understand why some people have trepidation, but it's crazy because a lot of people that y'all should fear, y'all don't, and a lot of people that y'all, um, yeah, you get the point. I'm tired, and I got a lot on my mind. I can't even get my words out correctly. But yeah, all right. So we have legal credit courses, cor- credit crushers course, but then goes to arbitration portion. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I did not have an arbitration mentorship. I did have more arbitration in the Credit Crushers course. I can't do a deep dive in it because it would be impossible for me to deep dive on every single subject. But I do touch on the differences between arbitration and litigation, enough to give you a jump off point. What I was talking about, the person who closed down the arbitration mentorship, is a whole nother young lady named Jen Stanford. Just like I have a mentorship course, I'm also a mentee. So I still have access to that course, but it's closed because she's actually I'm not gonna get into her business, but, what I'm saying is there are some people who say, "Oh, I'll do the arbitration mentorship." That's not my course. That's her course. But they said, "Oh, I'll do that later," when I told them about that course. They didn't sign up, and guess what? She shut it down in April. She was like, "Yes, temporarily closed until I meet this goal," and she has a court case with Experian that she talked about, and she has some other things that she's doing to further her agenda in the conservation realm. So she's a hyper-focused young lady, and so she's not up here to just grab people's money. She's like, "I can't best serve y'all right now, so we're gonna shut down new people, and we're only gonna have our biweekly Q&As. Still support y'all, but yeah." So everybody who said they would join Jen's arbitration mentorship months ago, I'll join that later. Well, you can't join them. And so that's my point. When you see something, you might wanna move on it because it's not guaranteed that that person will always be there. I promise y'all, it's gonna come a day when I just don't be online. And I'll be on a hammock drinking sweet tea somewhere. Like, "Motherfucker, man." Okay? Because some of the stuff that I have to deal with really truly makes it not worth it at times. So, y'all ain't gonna give me no more necessary gray hairs. But I've been on here for an hour. I hope I clear that up for your bull market for life. I hope I cleared that up and then it makes sense. Not let me know. I'll come back and check the comments a little bit later. Thank y'all for y'all's attention. It's a Friday night. You could have been doing anything, but you were here with me. Again, this is not a doom and gloom doom and gloom YouTube live. I'm so used to doing Zooms now. I forgot. Um, but this is not a doom and gloom YouTube live. It's just a warning. It is just a warning. Please do not be fooled by certain things. Okay? And I'll share this last thing with y'all before I get off. The gentleman that I was speaking to yesterday too, I was like I said, we had the best conversation, and it's because it was an equitable exchange. So people that are on a certain level like to talk to people that are on a certain level. That that's another thing I want y'all to understand too. If somebody is not helping you, it's not because they don't want to. It's that they peep that you're not ready to receive on the level that they're ready to give. So it would be um, foolish of them to waste their time and your time because both of you are going to be frustrated in the exchange. I learned that in my network marketing career. If you want to get somebody's attention who has more than you, it doesn't have to be that you have more than them or the same amount as them, but you have to have an equitable exchange. So if you don't have as much money as them, come to them with a skill set. Come to them with some knowledge in an area where they're deficient so that you can offer what you have in exchange for what they have. Don't just come to them and be like, "You're rich, I'm poor, so you owe me." You know the subject, I don't. We're both black, so you owe me. Sister, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Nothing else. It's a person who's been in the trenches, then that bullish. Y'all done turn me into my mama. Felt the spirit of my mama jump into my body like in Ghost with Whoopi Goldberg. But yeah, y'all. So that's what I mean. I'm really gonna go for real now. Um, I hope this was helpful. I hope it makes sense. I want y'all to really, really pay attention to, and I'm not saying that I'm the only person with the goods. I'm not. Mm-mm. What I am saying is before you put your money with someone, I want you to see how long their mentorship has been going on. Is anybody saying good stuff about them? The more people they have plugging into them, the more results, not just compliments, but results the person should have. See if the person ever gives you the bad, or if they only talk about the good. If they only talk about the good and everything there's rainbows, there's sunshine. It that means they're selling you a dream. That means they're selling you a dream, okay? And your money is gonna be a dream for them, and the experience is gonna be a night. Okay, what about Jay? You know I already Jay, you see how long I've been on here, Jay, almost hour and a half. They said I saw the title and said, "You come on like that, big sis?" Jay, you already know. You you already know. Alright? So I talked about Jay earlier in the stream, y'all. This is 62K Jay. And Jay was studying how many years did you study consumer protection laws, Jay? And you started young in your 20s, still in your 20s. I'm putting all business out there. I'm sorry. You but yeah, put the work in. That's why he got the money out. The gentleman I spoke to the other day, studying since 2017, he put the work in. That's why he got the money out. And both Jay and the gentleman I'm talking about could tell you some horror stories as much as they can tell you some dream scenarios. It's called balance. It's called reality. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Ain't got no more. I will talk to y'all later. If you do want to do the Credit Crushers next wave, um, definitely act because this next wave in May will be see, yep. Jay said he's been studying for 5 years, y'all. And he don't study willy-nilly, like whenever I feel like it. No, Jay been studying, Jay been traveling, Jay been plugging in, Jay been networking. Young Jay got his he was told no plenty of times. Like, see the credit crushers, y'all have the interview with Jay. Y'all listen to the interview with Jay? If you didn't, shame on you. If you were in wave one, you heard Jay in real time. So you not only got the interview, but you were on for you stayed there and answered all our questions until we were done, right? But if you did any of the other waves, you got the replay of the interview. And Jay was nice enough to be in our telegram. Because Jay gonna be dealing with people like that. Yeah, he's 26 now, so that's 5 years, y'all. And 5 years of intense study, but it's paying off. It's paying. He has a relationship with the consumer protection lawyer in his district, South Carolina. By the way, if you're in South Carolina, well, that what circuit is that, Jay? If you're in that, reach out to Jay because he can hook you up with a great consumer protection lawyer as long as you've done your part and have your evidence. Um, oh, he said sign up for the credit crunch. Thank you. Yeah, I was so honored when Jay got on because Jay is busy. They out here now. Jay really securing the bag, but Jay is busy and he popped on one night and stayed the whole time. And for him, Jay is, I think I could almost be your mom, Jay, something like that. But for him to back me up and be like, that's right, you speaking truth. I appreciate that. This has nothing to do with age and everything had to do with experience as far as like how much time have you put in. Oh, Jay said, I only deal with you. I appreciate that. Yes. Kiana said credit crunch graduate tap in. Yeah, you can't get rid of me, Kiana. Like seriously, you know I'm gonna tell you some stuff and I'll never share on YouTube. And you have my ear. We friends for real now. We friends for real. And Kiana reached out to me and we talked about other stuff for an hour before we even get to her credit stuff. And that's why I like to have a small circle because I just prefer it that way. I don't be fooling up with folk too much. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Get somebody else to do it. All right. Here we go, y'all. All right. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, even the people who come at me because it's an opportunity to explore patience development skills and alternative means of communication. Let's put it like that, okay? All right. Uh, Let me go for real before I start rambling again.